Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Martin channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're back, welcome back. I have a great video for you today. I'm very excited to be presenting this new video because we have some huge news out there that I have been waiting for quite some time now from Lucid Motors. And it is going to be great news. I think you're going to really enjoy this video, especially if you're a Lucid Motor fan or if you're an investor in Lucid Motors LCID. Before we get down into this, please, if you can give me that thumbs up, the like button. Also, if you can, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. But without further ado, I really want to get down into this and tell you about this wonderful news. So this is from MarketWatch. This was just released at 6 p.m. Eastern Time today. And this is huge news that Lucid EV production begins. Lucid Motors, the company, says that the deliveries will be starting in October. So October is just a few days away. So I do think that this is a great prediction. We have been saying now for the past few weeks that this vehicle will be produced in October, and it looks like we are right on schedule. So yesterday was September 27th, and Lucid Motors did open up its factories as an open door to media, to reporters, to politicians, and some customers out there, and they actually got to see these productions and these vehicles of the Lucid Air Dream roll off the assembly lines, and this is wonderful, wonderful news. We also had a lot of people get to test drive these vehicles, and they were very amazed. We've had the EPA say that this car has that long range, 520 miles on a single electric charge. Now we have the big catalyst of the deliveries coming. This is great news for this company and great news for the stock. And there is one other big important news that I will be sharing with you. But before I do, let me just show you a clip of the interview with CNBC and Peter Rawlinson, the CEO of Lucid Motors.
Breaking news here on Lucid Motors. Fill the boat with the details, Phil.
Sarah, Lucid, which has been planning on this for several months, finally has had an important milestone achieved at its plant in Arizona. The company has begun production of the Lucid Air. As you take a look at shares of Lucid, obviously under pressure with a lot of the automakers and really the rest of the market today. But the important news here is that it has begun production in Arizona. Deliveries of the Lucid Air, by the way, they start late next month. Lucid Air reservations are now topping 13,000. So they now have more than 13,000 reservations for this luxury electric vehicle. Lucid planning SUV production, what they're calling production of the Gravity, which will be an electric SUV. That will begin in 2023 as they continue to expand their plant out in Arizona. Speaking of the plant, let's bring in Peter Rawlinson, CEO of Lucid, who joins us from the facility. A big week for you, Peter. Thank you for joining us today. I'm curious from your perspective, as you hit this milestone and as you map out what's next for Lucid, how confident are you that you'll be able to continue to grow the reservations on the Air and then start to get that order book going on the Gravity?
Extremely confident because we've accrued over 13,000 reservations to date, and it's only today that key customers and reservation holders have had the first opportunity to actually drive these cars, and they love them. These reservations will explode when people realize just how awesome this car is.
Peter, how often or how quickly, I should say, will you be able to ramp up your production of the Lucid Air? In other words, a year from now, what do you expect your monthly production rate to be?
Well, next year we're on schedule for producing 20,000 units, and we want to expand that to 50,000 in 2023. But right now, our emphasis is upon quality, delivering an awesome car, a car that our customers will really love, and delivering a luxury customer experience. So that takes precedence upon rushing the ramp up of production in the immediate future. But clearly next year we're going to ramp things up on an S-curve of production.
You clearly have the demand, at least early on, 13,000 reservations. But look, you're playing in a space that already is rare air when you're talking about vehicles over $70,000. And there are a number of luxury electric vehicles, whether Tesla or Porsche, which are already out there, or you look at the new Cadillac Lyriq that's coming out. You have other luxury automakers that are planning to roll out EVs in the next couple of years. Is there enough demand in that luxury space above 70 grand to support all of these electric vehicles?
Absolutely. There isn't a market for electric vehicles as such. That's a fantasy. The market is for vehicles, and that is huge. There's only about 2.5% penetration into that market through EVs. And you know what? I welcome the competition. Isn't it great that Porsche Taycan is there? Isn't it great that the Mercedes EQS is being launched in the US imminently? Then our product can compete and be compared with the very best. I thrive on that competition.
Now that you've just seen this interview with Peter Rawlinson, they are on schedule. And like Peter Rawlinson mentioned, the big news that I did want to also share with you is, as of right now, they have 13,000 reservations of the Lucid Air vehicle, which is an incredible amount given that in the year 2022, next year, they're only going to be producing 20,000 units of the Lucid Air vehicles. And already more than half of these are already reserved and accounted for. Remember, some of the customers out there are paying up to $7,000 just to reserve their vehicles. And of course, these are refundable, but they are definitely bona fide reservations, because if you're willing to put that much money to hold your spot in line, to hold the Lucid Air Dream or to hold the Lucid brand vehicles, this is huge news. This is big demand for the vehicle, big demand for the company, and I think this stock is going to do great. So I did want to share that information with you as well. So the next article I did want to share with you is that this from CNBC. It's titled "EV Startup Lucid Begins Production of the Flagship Air Sedan Ahead of Customer Deliveries." So this article gives us big important information about Lucid Motors, but most importantly, the factory. As the Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson says in this quote, "I'm delighted that production cars endowed with this level of efficiency are currently driving off our factory line." So we are seeing this, and look at this picture. We are having those vehicles driving off that line. This picture was taken today, September 28th. That does have the production vehicles coming off the lines. So this is great news and great important information. Now that we've talked about the Lucid Motor Company and we've seen the productions in action, I did want to transition and talk to you about the stock. The Lucid Motor stock LCID ended the day at $24.54. It was down by 5.2%. We have started at a high of $26. And as you can see, we went all the way down to about $24.50. And so it looks like we are still at that base. I have been saying that we have been at the base of about $25 moving forward. But look at what happened after hours. After hours, we actually increased this stock over $26.40. So this is, again, great news for the company. And I think that moving forward, we will start heading and retesting that next ceiling. That is, I believe, at $28. But let's look in the past 5 days. We have had a lot of sell-off. We've had about 11.5% sell-off in the past 5 days, just because in the past 1 month, we have gone up over, I believe it was 50%. So since September 1st, we had the pipe sell-offs. We had a lot of the pipe investors did sell off because of the lockup expired. We did have a lot of retail investors just jump right in and just in a matter of 3 weeks ride the stock up all the way to 50% up from that side. So now I do definitely think that it is very common. It is very healthy for this company for people to be taking profits. Since that high that we've had on, I believe it was September 21st, was $26.81. We have sold about 8.5% till date since that September 21st date. So we are having those people taking profits. Again, this is healthy and natural for this stock as it is in a cool-off position. And we are maintaining and having a new stabilization. So as you can see here, we had a stabilization of $20. We are starting a new stabilization at $25. And in the next few weeks, in the next few days, we are going to be preparing for another launch, in my opinion, to retest $28. Now, switching over and talking about the Lucid Motors stock and its price prediction, there are 3 analysts that reviewed it. 2 gave it a buy, 1 a sell. This does give us a moderate buy with an average price target in the next 12 months at $23.33. It does give us about a negative 5% downside from here, but let me show you where we're getting these averages. So the highest price target, we had 2 companies out there, 2 analysts. One was from Citigroup, the other one was from Bank of America that gave it $28 and $30 respectively. Then we had Morgan Stanley come out there and give us a price target of $12. So what I have been saying is this is very low. It's way too low in my opinion, and it is the weakest link. If you do take this lowest price target out of the equation, you do have an average price target in the next 12 months of about $29, $30 in my opinion. And I think that we will definitely push that by the end of this year. I have been saying that by the end of this year, I do still think that we will hit that $30 to $35 by the end of this year in this Lucid Motors stock. And that's once we start getting these deliveries coming, which Lucid now has announced that great big news that they are coming out in the next few days, the next few weeks in October, which is fantastic for this company. The next big thing that I am going to be watching for is how do these vehicles perform? Are we having that performance? Are we having that battery life? Are we having any issues, any glitches with the vehicle? Any little thing can trigger the stock to go either way, up or down. So I will be monitoring these. Keep my channel on, keep watching me as I will be updating you. But I hope you like this video. Please give me that thumbs up, the like button, as this will be shared with others as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. Also, if you can, share this video with your family, friends, coworkers, that next door neighbor to continue to grow this channel. We're almost at that 5,000 mark and I greatly appreciate it. And I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Down below, if you would like to help out the channel, I put 2 links. One's for Webull. If you open an account, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. If you deposit $100 into Coinbase, you get $10 of cryptocurrency and trading. Thank you for supporting the channel.